Hi, this is Micornus, Phokane, the leader and the founder of Young Men Empowerment Forum. We are still dealing with a topic that speaks about the dynamics of understanding quiet people. The dynamics of understanding quiet people. And today, I just want to give some nuggets to leaders to empower quiet people in their groups. And nuggets just to leaders who may be leading people that are quiet, but how to empower them in your team, how to empower them in their talents as people that are quiet. And these are nuggets particularly for leaders. And very, very important that we do that. Because first, as I said, you must understand there are dynamics of understanding quiet people. But when you lead quiet people as a leader, how do you then empower them? How do you empower their talent? And that's what I want to speak about just for a moment. Now, number one, you must offer prep time. You must give them preparatory time. So in other words, give them the quiet team members, time to prepare. You must not just rush and say, so and so, what is the answer of this? You mustn't just say, so and so, please present to us this and this. So when you are a leader, please, and you're having quiet people, give them days, give them weeks, give them time and hours for them to prepare that which you want them to deliver. So don't actually catch them by surprise. Very, very important. So help them by giving them time to prepare. So if they're going to do presentation next month, tell them this is March, and please in April, month end of April, it is you who's going to chair the meeting. It is you who's going to present to us the business review. It is you who's going to give us answers for this. So give them prep time. Give them a preparatory time. And you'll see, you'll actually get the best out of quiet people when you give them time to prepare. And this is very important because if you are a leader as a young man, your quiet people, don't launch them into the deep. Your quiet people, don't rush them into giving answers where they cannot. But remember that you're having people that are not quiet. The extroverts that will talk by any given time. They're forever ready. These people, we call them forever ready. But quiet people, because they're analytic, they're very, very visionary in nature, they would need somebody to give them time. They want to become perfect in their deal and what they do so that they can prepare properly. So therefore, give them preparation time. Provide them with opportunity to go and prepare before they come and present what you want them to prepare. And that's one, and that you need to look at, and very, very important. The second thing is that encourage written input from them. Because remember that these are quiet people. They may not be privy to standing up and talking in front of people. They may not actually have that guts as well or courage to actually answer you in public. They may not have courage to stand and present as well in public. But I want you to be careful of that while you're still developing them, encourage them to write their ideas down. Encourage them to give you a written input. So if it is a report, don't launch them into presenting to you in front of majority, in front of the rest of the people, in front of the rest of the team. Rather, make sure that you request them to provide you a report. Let them write it down and encourage writing, because when they write, they become confident. And you'll get better ideas from quiet people when they have written down. And you'll get good inputs when they've written down than to articulate and speak. Because some of them are quiet because they cannot articulate themselves well. Some of them are quiet because they don't want to speak in front of other people. They are not comfortable with that. Now, because of that, if you give them opportunity to write down their opinions, to write down the report, and make sure that they bring it through after writing it, and that will be confident enough for them to write down. The other thing is the use of emails, please. And I want to emphasize this, that quiet people speak a lot through emails. And if you give them that opportunity as well to say, guys, you may be able to provide me feedback through emails, you may be able to write a report and send it through emails, because they cannot speak face-to-face with people. They are quieter. They are not comfortable in groups. They are not comfortable in social settings. Therefore, if they write, they will write their mind. And most of the time, you'll see that their emails are very articulate. Their emails are very useful. Their emails are very important as well. And if you go through them, you'll get much more out of their emails. Why? Because it is something that they've well thought of. And it's something that they will input from the depth of their heart without fear. Give them opportunity to share documents or reports for their input as well. So if you're having quiet people, so don't expect them to be standing in front of everybody and giving their input. So please make sure that you allow them to write down and to write their reports down and submit a written report. Because a written report may be very useful for you coming from a quiet person, because they would have actually sat in their own corner, in their own closet, and write down a very, very articulate report, which might be even better than if you wanted them to speak in front of the people. Remember, they are not comfortable in speaking in front of people. They are more comfortable in writing down. Give them that opportunity to write. And that report, you'll find that is a great report ever that you can ever think of. But I want you to also make sure that you meet them one-to-one. Schedule a one-to-one time for more comfortable sharing. Because quiet people, they are not just quiet. They might be quiet because they're in the midst of others. They're in the midst of a crowd. But on one-to-one basis, generally, even quiet people will open up. But make the environment comfortable. Make it a setting where they will be comfortable to speak to you on one-to-one. Now, I want to urge you as a leader, as a young man, maybe who's a manager of a team, I want to emphasize to you that one-to-ones may be very key for you to work it out with your quiet people, whereby you set a meeting where you are face-to-face with them on one-to-one, and they will open up to you as an individual. Because what they don't like is to be in a group and speak in a group. And they feel like you're putting them on the spot when you put them to speak to a group of people. And that's what they're not comfortable of. And I want to emphasize that, and I want to make sure that you're aware that quiet people, they become very, very unsettled when you want them to speak in front of people. They are becoming very uncomfortable when you make them to speak in groups or amongst the groups. But when you are doing one-to-one with them, it becomes a key weapon of ability to get information from them. Because remember, though they are quiet, but when it's just the two of you, they will open up and they will be able to share their insights for you, because they would love to speak to an individual, not a group. The last thing that I want to bring about today, which is a tip for you as leaders and advice for you as leaders to empower quiet people in your team, is to acknowledge quietly, to allow them to acknowledge quietly, recognize their contributions in genuine and in low-key ways as well. Because also, this type of people, because they're quiet, they don't want to be put on the pedestal. They don't want to be put on the spotlight either. They don't want to be handpicked from the team and be put up there to be exposed. So they are not like that. They don't want to be acknowledged in the midst of the people, because that embarrasses them. That makes them to feel shy and to feel like they're being exposed. But I want you to be aware as a manager and as a leader that you are quiet people. If you want to empower them, please acknowledge them quietly. Go to them as an individual, acknowledge them, make them aware that you're aware of what they've done, and make them aware that you're aware of the great work that they're doing. And when you acknowledge them quietly, away from other people, they actually tend to accept and enjoy that acknowledgement than if you were to announce it amongst the team, because that makes them uncomfortable. So please take cognizance of that, acknowledge them quietly, and make sure that you don't expose them to the group of people. So they are able to contribute a lot in the team, but their contribution needs to be acknowledged quietly. You need to recognize their contribution very genuinely, though, and it must be in a low-key way, but it must be genuine. It must be something that you acknowledge, more importantly, with a genuine attitude. You don't really run it down as if they didn't do anything, but please make sure that you are genuine. You don't actually just wishy-washy them, but genuine enough so that they can understand that you are there for them and you understand what they're going through. This is very important, and I hope that you learn out of this You become a better person out of this as a leader, young man. But also, I want you to follow us on our social media before I check out. We have got a Facebook page, Young Men Empowerment Forum. We have got a Facebook page, Micornus, Phokane. Remember that you like or follow those pages. Make sure that you click notification buttons as well. You will be reminded each time we've posted a video of this kind, and you will learn out of it. Remember, we're going to wrap up this tomorrow. But for you to be notified, please click the notification button on that video or on that Facebook page. Don't forget our YouTube channel. Of course, subscribe to our YouTube channel, Young Men Empowerment Forum. And we've got also our YouTube channel under Micornus, Phokane. And I want to emphasize that these YouTube channels are there for you. And we believe strongly that you will actually learn out of that. We've got a lot of materials that we have posted in this channel, and you will be able to follow us there. Don't forget our TikTok account as well. Very important. We have seen that our young followers have already started following us on our TikTok account. What an exciting appreciation that we want to give you. And we really appreciate you following us. And we believe that you're learning out of this. You shall never be the same again. Join us once more tomorrow as we deal with the final part of this great topic, the dynamics of understanding quiet people. May the good Lord bless you. Allow me to check out right now and say cheers for now.